Welcome to the MSBT coming with the lead learning at your doorstep. Name of the course is Utilization of Electrical Energy. Name of unit is Tariff and the Power Factor Improvement. Unit outcome is select the relevant tariff for the given application with justification. In the today's session, we will learn that what is tariff, objective of tariffs and the different type of tariff, which are the simple, flat rate, step rate, block rate, two-part tariff, maximum demand tariff, power factor tariff, two-part tariff and time of day tariff. Learners are requested to pause the presentation and note down the concept map in their notebook. First of all, we'll see the definition of tariff. So, tariff means schedule of rates or the charges. Tariff in case of electric supply means schedule or the rate frames for supply of electric energy to the different class of consumer. Following are the objective of tariff. Tariff, it is designed in order to cover the following items: recovery of the capital investment in generation, transmission and distribution equipment, that is right from the generating power station to the transmission of electricity and distribution at various substations, then to the consumer. It covers the first point. Now the second point, it is the recovery of the cost operation, supplies and the maintenance of equipment, because there is a continuous maintenance of the equipment and cost operation, it is to be considered definitely. Now the recovery of the cost of equipment for the metering, for the billing, collection and the related miscellaneous services. And the next point is the satisfactory returns on the capital investment. So aim is to be distribute equally the cost of supplying energy among the various classes of the consumers. Now the formation of tariff. So what are the points which are considered before frame the tariff? So the proper return is secured from each consumer while fixing the tariff for the different class of consumer. It has to be taken into account whether the tariff will result in a revenue, meeting all the expenditure of supply authority and also collection money to enable further expansion for anticipated future loads, because the demand of electricity is increasing day by day. So this is to be kept in the mind. The tariff should be simple and capable of easy explanation to the public. Public must also be satisfied. A complicated tariff will not work. So it will face the opposition of public also. So the consumers are encouraged to make more extended use of electricity. So it should be quite interesting, and the tariff should be such as to satisfy the consumer of the categories. A big consumer should charge at lower than a small consumer, of course. The consumer are encouraged to use the power during off-peak hours. They are penalized for high loads demanded at the system, that is at the time of peak load. So penalty system should also be there. The consumers are penalized for the poor power factor, because a poor power factor affects the whole system. Types of tariff. First one is the simple tariff. In this tariff, the rate per unit consumption of electric energy is constant. We see in the graph there is a straight line relation between the cost in rupees and unit in kWh. So it doesn't change with the increase or decrease in the number of unit consumed. It is quite simple. Number 2 is the flat rate tariff. Before we discuss the flat rate tariff, there are different category 1, category 2, category 3. It is shown in the picture. So these are the type of consumer. It may be domestic, it may be commercial, it may be industrial. So the consumers are grouped into the different classes and each class is charged at the different rate. We can see that the slope is different. Residential it is 3 rupees. For industrial it is a 4 rupees per unit. So this is a flat rate tariff. The step rate tariff, it is designed to encourage the consumer to use the more and more electricity. Step by step it is charged. The step rate tariff is a group of flat rate tariff of decreasing unit charge for higher range of consumption. For example, we take the first example. If the consumption doesn't exceed the 50 kWh per unit, charges rupees 4. But electricity consumption exceeds 50 kWh and but doesn't exceed the 200 kWh per unit, charges rupees 3.5. Now if it go for the next step, that electricity consumption exceeds 200 kWh, then per unit will be charged for the rupees 3. This is known as a step rate tariff. This type of tariff takes into account the fact of lower generation cost owing to the higher energy consumption consequent to improvement of load factor and therefore promotes the use of electricity. But only the drawback of this tariff is, however, that by increasing the energy consumption so as just to enter the next range for the final stage of the previous range, the total energy cost is reduced. So there is a tendency with the consumer just approaching the limit of the steps to anyhow cross the step and enter the next one in order to reduce the total energy cost. This drawback is removed in the block rate tariff, which will discuss next. Block rate tariff. In this tariff, the energy consumption is divided into the certain blocks and each block is charged at a different rate. So in this type of tariff, a given block of energy is charged at high rate and the succeeding blocks of energy are charged at progressively reduced rate. So first, say 25 units are charged for the rupees 4 per unit. The next 40 units may be charged at the rate of 3.5 rupees per unit. The consumption exceeding the 65 units may be charged at the rate of the 3 rupees per unit. The advantage of this tariff is that consumer gets an incentive for consuming more electrical energy and the rates are shown very clear cut in the diagram below. This increases the load factor of the system and hence the generation cost is reduced. Its main drawback is that it lacks a measure of the consumer demand. This tariff is most popular nowadays among domestic, commercial and the small industrial consumers. In the two-part tariff, in this tariff, charge made of consumer is splitted to the two parts. First part is known as a fixed charge and second it is the running charge. Fixed charge are dependent on the MD, that is the maximum demand, and running charges are dependent upon the unit how the consumer has consumed. So the total charges are designed in a formula, that is rupees here B multiplied by kW and C multiplied by the kWh, where B is the charge per kW of MD and C is the charge per kW of energy consumption. Next is the MD tariff, that is the maximum demand tariff. It is similar to the two-part tariff, only difference is that maximum demand is actually measured by the maximum demand indicator which is installed in the consumer premises. And basically this is used for the industrial consumer, not for the domestic consumer. Now the power factor tariff. In this tariff, the power factor of the consumer's load is considered and it is called the power factor tariff, and also it is used for the industrial. In three-part tariff, when the fixed charges, semi-fixed charges and the running charges are taken into account, it is known as a three-part tariff. In this tariff, the total charges is split into the three elements. The general expression is multiplied by, first part is the fixed charge, second part is the unit charge in rupees per kW of metered maximum demand in kW, and third part is the unit charges for energy in rupees per kWh of energy consumption. This type of tariff is usually applicable to the bulk supply. The TOD, that is the time of day metering, is also known as the TOU, that is the time of usage, or the STOD, that is the seasonal time of day metering. It involves dividing the day or months and years into the tariff slots, and with high rates at the peak load period and the low tariff rates at the off-peak load period. So consumers are promoted to use the electricity during the off-peak period, and this also allows the utility to plan their transmission infrastructure approximately. So it is quite useful. In order to develop the better understanding for the different types of tariff, a numerical problem is designed over here. Learners are requested to note down the numerical problem and solve in and cross check it. First part, give the price. Now the second part, price. It is calculated over here, so there is a comparison of the price. So the first type of tariff is cheaper. This type of numerical are to be practiced. One more solved problem is there so that learner can again develop the better understanding. Note down the question in the notebook and solve it. Now this is time for the short quiz. Please note down the question in the notebook and you may practice it. Cross-check your answers. Few more questions to be practiced. Please note down in your notebook and solve it and cross-check it. Enhance your learning. In the today's session, we have learned about the definition of tariff, objective of designing a tariff, and what are the different type of tariff. We have learned very well with solve numerical problems. Learners are requested to go through following reference book, read the definition of the tariff very well, and solve the numerical problem from the given books. Thank you very much.